All right. Let's see. Do I have everything open? Give me a second. Do I want this anywhere here? Guess I could in the meantime. Sorry, just fixing something at the moment. Why is it like this? Oh, that messed up. I don't know why this window is being like this, actually. It's kind of cutting it off. There we go. I don't know what was going on there. Okay. I guess I could have camera. It doesn't matter, really. Just closing out my 1,000 tabs. Okay. So right now I'm just making edits to my marble game. I'm doing a lot of changes and stuff to the UI. Let's see. So as of right now, I kind of changed the selection. So before it had little arrows to go left and right, and now it has just like a select button. I don't like that it will enlarge without actually touching it. So there's a gap. So actually, I don't like that. I think that's on the button itself. So we have widgets. Wait, what is this? Oh. I'm gonna delete that. It's button and here. So there's a gap. Okay. I think my text is like that though. Oh. Oh, what's it do that? Okay, let's see. basically, if I change the alignment, it immediately reverts it back. I don't think that changes it though, because like, yeah. So if I go into my menu, I think it's, man, I have way too many things here. Yeah, there's a gap. I'm pretty much going through my entire marble game and just cleaning it up even further. So, main menu. The button is all of this area. Because I set a minimum width of 300. What if I got rid of that? Doesn't really change the effect though. It's basically this entire thing. Aw. Also, the quit button is getting past the actual box, which is odd. Okay, so let's grab all of these. Hit the fill button. And immediately everything is distorted. And that's probably because the height and the text. So let's go into... I think it's my font. So let's go into font. I just broke everything while doing that. Huh. Why does the text suddenly go to off the map, though? Pink?
That's sure something I could use. A cure for the air conditioning.
So it's okay on auto, but the second I do fill, the text shoots downwards. And I think, is it the alignment? Center, center? Maybe fill? No, it still shoots down. Which font am I using here? M? Oh, why doesn't it have a name? I think I... Light pink. 45. Font looks normal. So what if I change this to M light pink? It's not shooting down. So 50? No, it's not changing anything. Textile light pink. Let's go into custom. $50. Oh, there we go. The font or text is going right below. Is that occurring elsewhere? Yeah, it's causing the rest of this to kind of shoot down more. But really only for that text. Boop, 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 boop. I think it's just the font, really. Nope, because look, even default font is causing it to shoot downwards. Justification. Centered. Box 19. Oh, they're so tiny. Oh, it's because I was changing the wrong number. Why is the font not reverting? Let's go ahead and revert. Wait, where'd it go? Did I just delete my text? Okay, so view changes, unsaved. It was a TS. Which one? Okay. It was a medium. So TS M purple. Oh, it's like the only one that exists. Oh, TSM light pink. That doesn't exist. Huh. Pretty sure I broke some stuff here because of that. The fact that this doesn't exist. So I need the light pink color. We're going to here. There we go. I don't know why those names are like that right now. I must have left it unfinished. Dun, 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 dun. There is no such thing. Oh, okay. We're just gonna restart. Oh. Okay. Let's go back into text, medium, light pink. There we go. Thanks, Unreal, for being fucking weird. figure out what's happening with this button. So we're gonna go back to custom. Why are you like this? Height 50. It'll just do like 400. Let's go back into font. Bounding box 19. Ascending. It's the exact same settings I used to have, and now it's not working. Ah. What if 10? 9. Okay, so now it's too high. 11? Okay, now it's definitely too high. Okay. So let's just try to put things back to how it used to be. Hey, how's it going? Mert? Mert? Sorry if I'm not pronouncing it correctly. Alright, so let's just try to put these back to fill, because yikes. Or back to auto, I should say. Okay, 19. Something about this font is just weird. Because it does this if it shrinks too much, but guess we just won't. Okay, so that's good. Should deactivate the previous widget when doing that. So let's go into game menu. This is an activatable widget. If deactivated, we'll just do not hit testable. South only. I think that might break it actually, because what if I go into back? Oh no, it does work. Okay, cool. Also, why are these buttons backwards? Okay. My name is a little hard to pronounce, no worries. Thanks for all the common UI tutorials, by the way. You helped me out a lot. There isn't many in-depth tutorials, well, anywhere. Yeah, they really aren't, and that was like one of the reasons why I started doing a lot of tutorials for UI. I'm not particularly fond of UI, but with the fact that there is virtually nothing, most of the times, the only way to find UI tutorials is within like other type of videos. So like if somebody does an inventory, you would get some UI stuff in there, but they don't really focus on it. Especially on common UI as well. So, although you can learn stuff off of my videos even if it's not common UI. Okay, so when I push my pop-up, I want to deactivate this widget. So we'll deactivate. Theoretically, okay, that doesn't work. And that's because it's not the root. Yeah. It's bizarre. UI is very integral to the game. It could make or break your game. Yeah. No, it's actually the UI is like one of the biggest things about games. Like everything ties into it to an extreme degree, and the fact that a lot of people don't really talk about it is a bit frustrating. Because like in my content drawer, like this is everything I use for UI, which is significantly more than everything else that I make in this game. To be fair, this game there is no gameplay, so honestly, the fact that there's more UI kind of makes sense. But still, like there's so many things that go into this. Yo, what's up, USP? The thing is, when this thing is backhandler, thing is, this widget, whenever deactivating, is not doing what I want it to. It's disappearing automatically. Right now, my job, we're developing a party game similar to Fall Guys named What the Pack. You can check it out if you like. What the Pack. On Steam. In online multiplayer. Oh, this looks... I love the little guys. I love the little guys, honestly. It's a bit like the quality's a little low, but that could be intentional. I'm not sure. It's also a blurry photo, so that's probably what happened here. I feel like it's intentional if all the photos are like this, though. But the little guys do look pretty nice. Demo is out. Free trial. Right now, our Steam page is a disaster. Dude, I get it. Steam page is so annoying. There's so many things that you have to add. I didn't even try to make my game look nice. And it's not even pretty either. Like, all of the settings within Steam is annoying to look at. The fact that Steam Works itself looks ugly in comparison to what it actually pops out. I wish for Steamworks, they basically gave you this layout and all you had to do was like click what to edit and upload. And that would be immensely better than what they have right now. Because right now, actually, I'm afraid to show my Steamworks because it gives the app ID. So actually, I won't do that. Dude, that's what I said to my boss. Yeah. Dude, it's so hideous. Like, let me just go to the graphic assets. Scroll out. Just making sure there's no like sensitive information. Give me a second. It's a bit blurry, but maybe I shouldn't have zoomed out so much. But it's literally like you upload all these random images and then you have to like specify what they are. It's kind of disgusting. And for me, it took a bit to figure out where is what. Like I had to go into like the library and store page and like see what got updated. Because when it came to library assets, I was like completely unsure where those would exactly go. It's all messy. Steam feels like it's mostly when they're halfway done, they said, yep. Yeah. They know people are going to upload to Steam. Like, they don't really need to think, hey, let's further upgrade this. There's really no point. Anyways, I didn't actually... You said it was like a Fallout guides, right? So, minigames, prepare for non-stop excitement. Minigames, cool. Are the arms is flaily? I don't know how to pronounce Do they just stretch all over the place like Fall Guys? That was one of the things I didn't really like about it. Is the animation was like if they hold on to something, their arms kind of like whip behind them. That was a little janky. Okay, so this doesn't look as bad. Like, I can tell like this is a little fuzzy, but like the quality doesn't look as bad as compared to these images where they're super blurry, even though they're clear, which is the odd part. Because, like, the quality of these guys look a lot less. They look super derpy, though, so that looks super cool. Customization, express your creativity by customizing your cube packs, dress them up, variety, outfits, and accessories. Awesome. Love customization. That's the plan, but it's our first multiplayer. We couldn't handle the online physics. Okay, that's fair. How Wendigo Games? What the pack? What the pack? Oh, it's the demo. I'm just like stalking your life now. Wendigo Games? Indie game studio located in a place that I'm afraid to pronounce because I can't do it right. Istanbul? Istanbul? I don't know. I'm butchering it badly. Pronounce.
Istanbul.
Istanbul. I don't know. My bad, man. I'm just some white guy that's from America. We couldn't handle the online. No, it's pretty cool though. If you get it right, I mean, Fall Guys did an amazing job. As long as you market it well, I think, is kind of the important part. Literally, you just have to make like lots of TikToks and just start throwing videos of things that happened in what the pack. and just try to see if people eventually get to it. He is the biggest game dev YouTuber in Turkey. Wait, who is? Looking for. Oh, there's two co-founders. I'm assuming it's one of the co-founders. Adam is his YouTube name. He's big without a doubt. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, 445K. Yeah, he is definitely beating my 900. That's great though, man. It'll be interesting to see what happens with that. You can see the gameplay from his latest videos. YouTube. All right, we're gonna get sidetracked. Poop. I gotta sneeze. Your channel's gonna blow up for sure. If it does or doesn't, it's fine. As long as people are using me for resources to just learn how to use UI and just think for themselves, that's really. Oh man, I don't speak this language. I see the word demo, so. Let's speed this up. Okay. Okay, so they have similar mini games that they had. Okay. Oh, the UI looks like a mobile game. Okay. I mean, it just looks like that's the style. So that was a zoom into his mouth. As you can see from the UI, we didn't know what we were doing. Yeah, it does look like you got an asset pack UI thing. Like you took one of the ones of like the pre-made mobile apps, like like one of these. That's what everyone said, but it was in-house. Oh, really? Okay. Well, um at least it was self-made. But the style, it gives me like it's a mobile app UI. Just because that's just kind of the style they usually go for. But I mean, if it's the style of your game, then it's fine. I see the similarity, you're right. Yeah. But that's okay though. Like things are allowed to have their own style. As long as it fits with the game. So far, like as far as like the coloring and style of the game goes, it seems to fit. It's always gonna have that mobile game feeling to me though. Oh, is that the scoreboard? I feel like I could nitpick right now. But I don't want to be that guy. I was not particularly fond of UI before Common UI, since I did everything manually. Oh yeah, no. When you go from using just normal, like the default UI, and then you go to Common UI, you end up realizing you were doing so much more work than you needed to do. The main thing here is all the fonts are different. And I'm not sure if that's intentional. I don't know what that word is. What is translation to English? General. Okay. No, you could say that we really knew the UI and specifically scoreboard sucked. Okay, well, I just didn't want to be rude because it's your game. I think it's... But the scale box is not stretched all the way to the scores. I don't... It looks... Like, Adam's name is definitely smaller than Flatline. Or, wait, actually, no, you're probably right. Because the box, or the outline, or border, whatever you want to call it, I don't know what you actually used, may actually be smaller in Flatline compared to Adam. I'm assuming you did some updates if you're saying that I could actually criticize it. It's cool, though, that this was all done in Unreal, though. Also, the timer is using a comma instead of a period. I don't know if that's a language thing. I don't think so. I think everybody uses... I'm just trying to be respectful because I'm not really sure. I don't want to, like, shit on something only to find out, like, I'm just ignorant. So I gotta, like, take a look. Yo, that was nice. I love that. I don't like the throbber, though. It seems like it doesn't fit. Yo, did he just stick out a tongue? What was that? You're helping me stay away from working on things right now, so I appreciate it. And just reviewing the game just because. Right now we are revising the whole design. Yeah, I think, like, the UI you have works. Like, not in the sense that it's, like, garbage. I am just nitpicking just because I see it. Sorry for that. No, you're good. Like, I mean no disrespect. Anything I say is literally just because I noticed it as an outsider. I think you're gonna like the new UI. Wait and see. Yeah, I'd love to see it once it rolls out, honestly. I like seeing the UIs people make and kind of see the concepts. This looks fun though. Like it does give me like Fall Guys. I mean, you gotta have friends to play Fall Guys, so like rip. Um, dun, dun, dun. That's what I thought, really. It works for pre-alpha demo where we test mainly for network and general infrastructure. Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, the fact that it works and it shows there, like you can work on it later. Like as of right now, it's like the style still seems like it fits. So it's like it's not awful. Like I've made some awful stuff. I don't even like the UI for my marble game, to be honest. I just tried to make work with my lack of art design. Because I'm not good when it comes to art. Alright, let's speed this back up. I don't want to watch like the whole thing. I just started nitpicking the UI. What version is this game made on? Are you allowed to say? I'm assuming 5.3 because 5.4 is recent and this game looks like it's been worked on for a bit. Or it could be 5.2 depending on how long. I could send you a sneak peek image if you want to check out the new style of the UI. I just did the main menu right now. Yeah, I'd love to see it. 5.3? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Since it's not visible yet, like, I don't have to show it on stream unless I can, but yeah, no, I'd love to see it. I spend like my whole time most days looking at UI. And just working on features that Common UI has. Like I finally got keyboard and mouse to work correctly, which is a godsend. I need to do a new video on that though. You could show it, no problems. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure. I actually like the style of your platforms a lot more than I do Fall Guys. It's like, it has a little bit more detail, but not a lot. Or maybe it's the shape of them that actually look nice. I think you'd like the falling blocks mod a lot. Probably. Oh, is that this one? I think I missed the text. Hold on. Falling blocks? Oh, that was so quick. It disappeared. No, I think that is cool. Our players like that mod the most. Well, I think the like cool thing is the fact that they come down and smash the top, which is pretty cool. I'm assuming if you get hit by it, you die, and that's like the whole purpose of the mod. Or the minigame, whatever it's called. Oh, I kind of like the ice, though. When you get smushed, you have a corpse. That's awesome. I do like the ice one though. I like the platforms a lot. I like the settings really for the ice, like the environment. Like out of all of the mini games that you have, like I feel like that I've seen in this show, the ice one has the most fitting environment compared to the actual platforms itself. But it's really hard to do when you have things like this that are like different colored, because you can't really have a rainbow environment. I mean, you could, but it's not going to look good. Oh yeah, there's the corpse. Oh, and you just stay there dead. That's awesome. You know what? I want to use my tongue to fling the bodies at people. That would be hilarious. Any tip to learn UE5? Just started off. I have zero background. I have a sheet of what I want to do, but I lack the how to build stuff. Okay, well, first thing, do you know how to code? I think that's like the biggest thing to find out. Are you able to... Have you coded at all previously to learning Unreal Engine? And have you touched any other game engines? If you're saying that you just started out, I'm assuming no, because you said I have zero background, but you never know. You could be like a den analyst that knows like SQL or something. It's not real language, but it's like a step. No, not really. Okay. In that case, the best thing to do is... Let's see. There's a few things that I did. Because you kind of have to understand what blueprints are and what variables are. And the most annoying thing about Unreal Engine when starting fresh is understanding how to actually put things together, because you can get all the blueprint nodes, you could follow all the tutorials. Yeah, you could just send the... I think I actually have to review in order to allow things. Hold on. There are a couple tutorials out there that will help. Sorry, give me a second. I'm trying to see how I can allow. Images. Community moderation. Oh, okay. It was blocking links. Okay, so try a link now. You should be able to. Sorry, so back to beginner stuff. There's a few tutorials that kind of start you off from the very beginning. There is one guy that is actually pretty nice for like straight beginner in understanding the concepts of what Unreal Engine is. There's a lot of things in Unreal Engine, and it gets overwhelming very quickly. What is it? UI beginner tutorial? Unreal Sensei, I think that's his name. This one. It's 2 years old. That's the link. But it's really great for starting off, because he kind of gives you a brief introduction to everything that exists that would be useful for people using blueprints. As you can tell, I started off with this. I never actually finished it myself, but it gave me enough information on tools that are useful. And what I would recommend is to watch bits and pieces. So in the beginning, there's a lot of useful stuff. And then you get into things like materials and other stuff. And you can actually skip those sections and just move on to the next section to what would actually be useful for you. And that's kind of what I would recommend starting with. You want to understand the concepts of blueprints. So I would look for tutorials that are focused on that. I have some basic tutorials as well on concepts. But there are other ones as well. Like I would recommend to check out the videos are a bit old. Oop. I'm kind of sending links. All right. Anyways, those videos I would recommend all three. You can also check out other ones. You don't have to watch mine. But there are some really good stuff. Oh, I remembered. Can I ask you one critical question about Common UI? Yeah, no, what's up? So far, I built stuff with Blueprint. Yeah, so it's in the beginning, it's lots of videos and lots of learning concepts. Health bar, main menu. The key thing is, oh, I still don't. What am I doing wrong here? Did I not save it? No, I don't see the URL. I'm not sure why it's not sending through, actually. It's a bit weird. Enable. I'm like looking at the settings, but I don't see why. Okay, let's see. Hey, hi, Nutter Boy? Boy? I don't know. Thanks. AI companions, do you have experience with them? I have experience with AI, yeah. In task and all that other really fun stuff, like commanding them. Yeah, well, depends. Are you using a... Oh, thanks for the subscribe. I can't really pronounce it, sorry. But yeah, thanks, I appreciate it, man. You're welcome. Yeah, if you're using behavior trees, then yeah. I mainly touched AI through that. Let's see, the question is, when we're setting the inputs, we're making the inputs for generic gamepad. Right now, I set it for the controller I have, which is an Xbox controller. How do I set up the inputs for PS5 and PS4 controllers? Oh, okay, so for PS5 and PS4 controllers, they're especially annoying. It's not It's not as simple like just do this. There's actually quite a lot of steps. See, I don't have a video on it, but let me see. It's UE5. I'm trying to find the video that I referenced for somebody previously when they asked about it. PlayStation controller. What? I think it's this video. I think it's this one that I referenced before. So I had this video that was like half. So essentially you have to put the vendor ID and the product ID. And then from there you can assign configurations. And using common UI, you can actually set all the images with that. If you're talking about the common UI introduction video from official, he says you need to build the engine from source to see other controllers. I don't think you need to build the engine from source. There is other ways, which seems odd. Unreal Engine is telling you you have to build from source other than generic. No, you could still identify the gamepad when it's plugged in. I can probably look into it later for some more information. I'd have to need to like look into it and then test it out a bit. I haven't actually tried to do full controller support because I just haven't cared enough to dig into it. If I use the settings on your screen, will it be an option which I can set under generic or... I think it'd be a very good tutorial subject. Yeah, the main thing is that PlayStation is just notorious on being difficult to work with. So I do know there's been lots of workarounds that have continuously changed when it came to PlayStation because they like to not work with Windows, especially. They basically want you to use PlayStation. If it's not PlayStation, they're going to make it difficult. And that's why it's quite annoying. But as far as like getting like a Switch controller or a Xbox, it's relatively easy. You should be able to set it up. And no, the configurations would be different. I don't know if raw input is actually the best way to go about it, actually. Just looking at this screenshot, I'm not sure exactly what he did. Yeah, I'm like looking at this. I was like, probably take it with a grain of salt. Import device. I don't know actually if this is the right video, to be honest. I'm like looking at the screenshots and I'm like, this looks questionable. But yeah, I could do some more research into it and just try to get it to work on my own project, and I could just let you know. I would need to play around first because I do know that there was one workaround Oh, I don't remember. It was like 5.1, I think, and then it just no longer worked because of some changes for the PlayStation 5 controller. Um, I don't remember exactly on the top of my head, but yeah. But I do believe that there is a way that we can go around doing it without actually building from source. Also, I never did get the screenshot or the link. I'm not sure why it's not sending links. Are you seeing my links, though? Restrictions, none. Not seeing anything that says you can't send links, though. Hold on, I'm like literally checking the details, like trying to look through to see what's possibly blocking. Comments are allowed, moderation. I just changed this to none. The thing is, I'm not even seeing a message that it's being declined. Try the link one more time. The thing is, I don't really trust a shortened service link. Oh, it literally blocked the first half. Huh. No, it's literally not even sending. You could join the Discord and just post the link real quick. Sorry that it's being difficult. I really don't know. I'm like literally looking at the settings and it says that you can post. Join in Discord. Yeah, sorry. Like, why is it not allowing you? You must enable your channel's access to advanced features. Right. We finally got an image. Sorry that it took so long. Jesus. Okay. There we go. I will delete it from the server. When you get the link, give me a heads up. Yep, I got it now. Thanks, man. Sorry about the pain in the butt that was. No, I gotta say, the buttons do look cleaner. The only thing that's kind of throwing me off a little is, if I was to nitpick, there is inconsistency with the patterns of the buttons. Like, you have all of these. So some have patterns and some don't, but they're not really consistent. So, for example, I'm thinking locker, which you hover on top of, it turns red and has a pattern, and the others don't. But when you get to this pop-up, it's kind of reverted. So the things have the pattern behind, but these ones don't. I'm assuming if you hover on top of yes or no, you're probably going to get the hovered pattern. I'm taking notes. We'll deliver to our artist. So I'm assuming that's kind of like the direction they were going at. And actually, let me undo those. Let's turn red. Or maybe... Yeah, I think red. Is that noticeable? No, it's not. What's a bright color? All right, there we go. They have patterns when hovered? Yeah. Okay, so backgrounds have patterns. Oop. But when hovered... So I guess there is some consistency a little bit, because these both have hovered, or patterns. These both have patterns. But this one doesn't. But I'm assuming this is not clickable either, though. So that doesn't fit in with me, although I know that this is a pop-up, and it's probably meant to be more clear. I think this could be shifted more to the left. I'm like, I see the little clip. I'm like, it's right there. It probably is centered. We didn't add patterns. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. This is probably centered, but because it's centered, due to the arrow, it looks like it's more to the left. So visually, it looks like it's not centered, even though I'm sure the image is based upon this arrow. So you would probably have to shift that. Yeah, for clarity reason, I think that does make sense. I think what could improve it, maybe, is removing the pattern for this one. Because then you'd have consistency with both this and this. So in a sense, that would probably make it look a little better. Even though I do understand that this is a background as well. You know what? It isn't, and that's because we don't have a UI artist in-house. Our lead artist is doing his best, but giving me the buttons he gave me with the shadow so it's centered of the image. Kind of not in the center, but I can't center it for the life of me. You may have to like edit the image itself and kind of give it some extra space. Maybe. That could be something to possibly adjust it. Basically have invisible space on the left just to kind of force it to be closer to the center. Of course, if you're going to end up switching it out, it's probably not worth the effort right now. But yeah. I like the background though. I'm like, is it animated? Is the background like a GIF or something of this little guy doing like an animation or something? Like idling? That's the first thing I'll do tomorrow. Don't forget to wishlist. I like the carousel. That's nice. I would change the colors of these. People didn't like mainly the color palette. What do you think of the color palette now? Yeah, he is on Idle. I do like the color palette. I think it looks a lot better. It doesn't look like just a mobile game. I need to see the in-game though. But as far as like this UI goes, I mean, it still gives me kind of a mobile game vibe a little. Just because it's the style, but I think that's on me, not you guys. He is on Idle. Okay, so that's cool then. Yeah, no, I like the background if it's like entire scenery. But what I was saying is my suggestion was to change these to match these colors. So right now you have like a random white dot, and then you have like what looks like the pink color, which is the click on. Colors used to be more brown on the demo. Yeah, I'm glad you got rid of the brown, honestly. The background is going to change drastically, but yeah, in the end, it would be a scene where camera moves. Aaron is an artist working with me, by the way. Yeah, I figured he was on the project since he came in. He's just like, yeah, he's on Idle. So he understands. He's seen the demo gameplay. Yeah, I literally just had the video in the background of whoever the other guy is. I don't know what the entire UI looks like, but he's like kind of off to the left. I don't know if he like moves or something, because that would be pretty cool. I've come just now. Oh yeah, no worries. No worries, man. So, I mean, you could probably either like center him, or you could like even push him closer to the left so he's not like cut off. Like in this way. Those are just random feedback. Thanks for all the feedback. No, of course, man. I like looking at the UI, so just my thoughts. You don't have to really go with anything, or you could just like take the feedback and do whatever you want. How do I make these lines thicker, actually? Okay. But I do think the colors are a lot better compared to this, because look at that. Like, this to that is a huge difference. He would move to the right once the main menu is loaded. Okay. So it's completely intentional? Then that's fine. Like, in-game running moving. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, since I don't really see it, I just have a static image. I'm not sure exactly what it looks like. But as far as the scenery goes, I do like it. Like, it's a nice main menu. Thanks for the carousel tutorial. Making it manually compared to UI was a yeah. No, of course. The carousels, once you understand how it works, it's super easy. It's just like there's a few things you have to do with it, and then afterwards, it's not as complicated. I think the most irritating UI to work with is like list views and tile views. Those are the most annoying. But as far as like the main menu goes, I think that's about all I could give right now. I'm like, oh, actually, that bothers me. It's just a little box missing. And I think it's based on how you have the shadows. But because this is missing, it's making this entire top half look like it's floating above the background. It's definitely how the shadows are, though. Yeah. I'm like, that's like super zoning in on it because you're not really, many people, like, it's going to look like this, and not many people are going to be looking at the corner. Definitely check out the tile view tutorial of yours before making the shop and locker. Hey, well, I'm glad it's being used, honestly. It's a super helpful widget. It's just really annoying how Unreal Engine has it set up. I forgot what I was originally going to say. It was going to be something about the patterns, but I don't remember. I think the patterns on this one just kind of throw me off a little, but I don't have much feedback to go on it, so that's why I don't really know what to tell you. But maybe it's because there's a pattern and nobody's hovering it yet. Do we have the settings menu yet? But I gotta say, it is a huge improvement. Like, you were right when you said that I would like it more. I could send you more PNGs if you have the time. Yeah, no, I'm happy to give any feedback. Two, two, two. Yeah, any feedback you have, I'm more than happy to go over it now or at a later point in time. I especially like reasons to do something on stream because most of the time I just go into my games that I'm building until people ask questions. Granted, I'm trying to improve my own UI, which looks horrendous. I hate it right now. But I don't have an artist, and I am disgustingly terrible at art. So this looks horrible. But this is still better than what I had previously. Like, look at the buttons. I don't know what to do with them, and they just zoom in. It's disgusting. Like, let's go to my Steam to show you what it looked like before. I just saw that you sent more images. We'll take a look in a second. Okay. So, this is what it used to look before with the map. And then I basically just removed those arrows and made it to have a select button. It's disgusting. You should have seen what I came with alone. Dude, having an artist makes a world of a difference. If I had somebody to literally give me images, I could make this look so much better. But I literally just gave background blurs and just called them like backgrounds because I don't know what to add to it. I saw that you sent me those images. So let me save them to settings. No, this is not settings. This is I don't know what to call that. The loading or start. I don't know. And then this is settings. Don't save. Okay. So obviously not going to be a lot of feedback on this one. Your logo looks nice. I like that it's an actual logo, except for the. Actually, what is that? What is a good color? Yeah, it is looking good, by the way. Um, yeah, I'm trying to do improvements to it. Without an artist, dude, it's so rough. Like, if I don't have somebody for 2D texture, I just sit there in Figma and I'm like, what can I make that would even look good? Do you think you will need to do like version 1? I want this, this, and this. Version 2, this and this. This image, these images are from Photoshop. I don't even own Photoshop, so it looks good though. Like I do like it. I just don't like the blurs that are appearing. That kind of throws me off a little. Like sheet. Um, do you think you will need to do this, this, this? So when it comes to building really anything in Unreal, the first thing I do is try to think of what functionality I want. So to keep it simple, let's say you want an inventory. The first step is, can I pick up items and store them? Like that's like the biggest thing. And then let's say after that, you're like, okay, now I want to display this on the HUD. And then you go into making the UI for that. So you kind of start with the basics of basics and then expand into more functionalities as you get to achieve what you really want. So if you want an item and you have all the specifications that you want, start from the beginning and then expand it. Um, no worries, they're not in the game. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Um, yeah, if the blurs aren't there, that's cool. Um, yeah, no, I mean, there's not much feedback to go on this. I like the colors. They're nice. However, the colors seem to be different from uh this one though. So you kind of have like a blue orange and then the pink is like secondary or not even secondary, it's like third. So basically the color scheme is like you have like blue, orange and pink. You have the random green, but I'm pretty sure that's intentional because you want people to wish list, so I completely understand that. Um, plus the mouse is also green, so I think that's fine. But when you go into this is like blue, purple, pink. So I guess as far as color goes, it's a bit thrown off. I like the look of it though. Like I do like the mixtures of colors. I think it looks really nice. My only thing is like it doesn't the pink purple doesn't really fit in with the rest of your menu. You know what? That's a point I made. Yeah, I'm like either you have to adjust the colors here or start adjusting here to match what this is. Obviously, pink is not really working with the orange blue UI. Yeah. It would be easier to change the colors for this. Uh you'd probably need to add some orange somehow. The only thing is I would be afraid to have orange mix in too close with this because this is literally orange yellow. But as far as that goes, that's about as much as I can say on this. This is a pretty. Here's our logo. Press a button, and then you have your nice little copyright, which is nice. Uh, Got to support yourself. Um, and then for settings, oh, this threw me off because it's that was the counterpoint you made. Yeah, like, all right, I got to go back to it. I got all these images open. Like, I do understand the point of like you don't want it to be crossing over too much. I think the biggest issue for the artist is if he replaces this pink with orange, it's going to then move into the blue, and then it either has to like fade into like a green or yellow. Otherwise, it's going to look really weird going into blue. Because if you go orange to blue, it's going to have to like fade into it. And you can't just go orange to blue because then the orange is probably going to reach up to here. Do you think it needs an animation or is it okay? Um, I think it looks okay static. I'm like, I do think an animation could make it look even better. I'm just trying to think of like what animation really would make it look good, especially with like the rest of the game. So I'm like, I don't know if you want it to like increase and pop out as it reaches its like full size, but at the same time, I don't know if that would actually match the rest of your UI in your game. I don't see the animations for all your buttons. I can only see like the static images, so it's a bit hard to tell. I feel like there is potential to do an animation though. As far as like what animation, I'm not really sure. Um, but I don't think it. I think what I'm trying to say is it doesn't have to be static. Like you could do something if you want to, but I think if you left it static, it would look perfectly fine. I guess I could see your worry though, because if the entire page. Okay, so the press. Okay, so there is some type of animation. That was what I was about to say. I'm like, if the entire page is 100% static, then I would understand why you want to add something. But if the press any key is moving, you probably don't need an animation. But if you did add one, you would probably have to have something that fits and ideally doesn't conflict with the fact that this is going to pulse. There's someone who doesn't watch progression videos. The blue is really throwing me off on this page. I guess that's like my biggest thing on the settings page. Is here you have, well, it's orange blue, yeah, and then orange buttons. So that's similar. Orange blue, orange buttons. But then you have like this blue, which seems like it's kind of different. I'm trying to figure out how to word that better. Oh, sorry, give me a second. Um, because this looks like a hovered color. I think it's meant to match the left sidebar's color. The thing is, you have it inverted. So this, I wanted just regular writing. Why is it so small? All right, I think you understood what I meant. Yeah. And I guess that, like, the first, a hover color indeed. Yeah. Like, my initial thought is, like, this is backwards. Because this is the hovered state, and now the background is the default state. Also, I'm a bit confused why these are both highlighted. I'm sure this is, like, for just screenshot purposes. Um, oh, actually, you have these as pink too. So as far as consistency goes, I feel like this is a bit confusing. What do you think about the blue blocks on the left? In main menu, bigger side is down, and the settings menu is vertically flipped. In main menu, bigger side is down. In settings menu, it's vertically flipped. Oh, sorry, can you rephrase? I don't think I'm understanding. Blue box on the left. Oh, okay, okay. Now, no, I got what you mean. Blue box on the left. You're talking about this. The orange is flipped. Is that what you mean? The fact that no, you're talking about the side page. Okay, okay. You're referring to this. I can't fucking type, but yeah. I think he's talking about the main menu sidebar is bigger than the top side, smaller on the setting page. Yeah, the blue background on the left. Yeah. Um, I think it's fine. It just depends on how you're transitioning it, I guess. I'm trying to think of how you could transition it, to be honest. Uh, I mean, what would be cool is if this kind of transitioned to moving up here, and then it turned into this. Of course, the colors would have to be flipped, and this would probably have to go back to the same angle. But that would be pretty cool. I don't know how to transition it really. Yeah, that's fair. Because I'm like, what if this moved up to here? I don't think I can do this task. Oh, okay. Yeah, no worries. Um, I'm just laughing. Um, yeah, because that would be cool. I think in like UI, what you could do, I would need to do a video on animations. I think without making it with code. Oh no, you could do it without code. It would be so. What you would need to do is you would have to create an animation. You would probably need two different like sidebars. So you would have one that's the main menu. Um, like this. You would have this. If I can write, that'd be great. Everything on the left here, you would have that. And then you would also have just this orange piece that's moving. An animation video is all I need. Yeah, I gotta end up doing one of those. Um, so the only image that would move is this orange. And then as it moves up, um, you can then make these buttons visible. And then you would have to then make the settings button visible as well. The only thing is it would have to like either like enlarge itself, or you could just make it like go from not visible to visible. But anyways, that's just saying what the idea was. But let's say we had this button, and then let's go into button play. You could track um is it transform? Is that what I'm thinking of? Oh, oh, but it's stuck inside a vertical box. Hold on, let me get one out of the vertical box. Yeah, he is working on the game as well as Aaron. Okay, so let's delete that. Um, New animation. Add button one. Let's go ahead and add transform. We're gonna add a current key here. We're gonna go to 0.5. Actually, let's go to 1. Here. We're gonna move this over here. Okay. Oh, did I just fuck up? I think I did. Hold on. I think I need to do more than the transform. Sorry, it's been a while since I did animations. Um, no, I'm pretty sure it's transform. I don't know why it wasn't working. So normally, if you just move it, it should be able to let you save it, but I'm probably doing something wrong that I don't remember. So basically, it's just that, and you have it move. Sorry that it took a bit, but like you see how it just moves? And what you could do is there's a settings to do it so that it stays where it's at. after it finishes so that it stays in the same place. I'm just forgetting where. Oh, I think it's literally when you play the animation. Hold on. So if we grab the animation, play animation, and then you can choose whether to restore the state or not. In your case, for the idea that I had, you would not want it to revert. Yeah, it's in the blueprint node. Yeah. And then you just leave it there. Yeah. It is when you play. Yeah. Anyways, that's what I thought. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. It's going to open up Writer now. Anyways, you don't have to do that. That's probably going to be a lot more work. Um, but that was just the thought I had that could probably help with the UI with some movement. I don't know if that moves with how the rest of your UI works, though. So it may be completely unnecessary. Um, yeah, I guess my biggest thing is it's the color throws me off. The blue throws me off. Um, I think a hovered state these should be pink. I think that makes sense. What are these two? You have two throbber or handles. Oh man, I'm out of water. Um, okay. I think. Oh wait, in this one you don't have the issue. It's not there. I do like this UI a lot better than the other video though. There's just like the minor things. You should really work on your game. Dude, I have put in like 30 hours of this game the last like 2 days. The game's already out as well, so everything I'm working on is just like iterations, um, which is actually pretty cool because I made my own um, little utility widget. This is the wrong project. Don't save because I don't know what I did there. So I actually made it so that I can feed. Boom, 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 boom. Let's go ahead and copy that. It is it out? Oh, it's called Roll and Watch. It's literally a simulation game. Now you just chill in mode. It's a very like low effort project. It's literally it's not particularly good in my eyes. So like not really chilling. Yeah. My artist kind of stopped working on the project. Um so for like 2 months it was basically just me working on it. He made basically all of the tracks and the environment and then I had to do everything else. I have to update all these pictures though, because if you actually look at the background, it's like it doesn't make sense, and that's kind of the thing that bothers me. I also have to like update the entire UI because it's actually very gross. I don't like it. I don't know what to do with this portion when it comes to like the marbles and like the naming of marbles. I don't know what to do with it. But one of the things I'm working on right now is to add in manual racing because right now it's simulation only. You just roll and watch. But I want to add basically PvP. So it's going to take some time to do that as well. But what I wanted to show was that I basically made a tool to help me build tracks from the start. It doesn't work fully. Oh, well, yeah, you can only have one start or end piece, but you basically just click it and it spawns it. I'm just trying to get these to also attach to a spline, which is kind of annoying. What is it, by the way, the UI thingy? Um, are you referring to this? This is basically the settings for the marble. So every race has 8 marbles. You can give it a name, you can select a color, and you can select the overlay for it, which is basically like a design for the marble. Which I should probably just change that to like design instead of overlay. Um, Also, yeah, no, happy to give like feedback at any point in time. Um, Mert and Aaron, if you guys ever want more feedback, I enjoy looking at UIs, and as long as the feedback is wanted, I'm willing to give it. Otherwise, I try to like hold back because I don't want to criticize people because I know they put in lots of work. Um, yeah, so the numbers are just like marble number one, number two, number three, four, five, six, seven. There's a total of 8 marbles. None of them are. This is the selection screen. So you pick your map, you pick your name. I don't know why I'm showing you this. I could literally go into my actual project. So you got to select your map. Oh, it's not working right now because I'm fucking with it. I need to prepare food. I'll be back. Okay. Hold on. Let me remove that. Okay. So you got to select your map, pick whatever one. It will change it to that. You can change the marbles' names. Hello. You can choose their color. I really hate the background of this right now. It's pretty gross. And then afterwards, you just hit start, and then you go into the game. And then all the names that you put in are displayed above all of the marbles. You can also hit tab to see all the placements. Yep. It's pretty simple. You don't actually play the, well, you don't manually do anything. You have to just watch. So I'm trying to add in a PvP function so that you can manually race. But I really like this because I can also select all the tracks as well. So there is gameplay. Yeah, interactive gameplay, I should say. Because as of right now, there's no interactive gameplay. The whole purpose of the game was so that I can create more content off of it. But like as I made it, I'm like, I don't know what type of content I want to make for my YouTube yet. for it at least. So that's kind of what I'm lacking on. I just like this tool because it took me a while to make it and it's pretty nice. So instead of actually going into my content drawer, finding it, tracks here, and then dragging it in, and then putting it down, I can actually just click a button. It's pretty nice. You could do like weapons on marbles. I don't know if I'm gonna have combat. Uh, but yeah, there could be something like, I don't know, push into somebody. So like you can like do like a dash to bump into someone. Like a small acceleration to like knock them up. So like, for example, you could have a marble and then just push them upwards as you go, or you can like go under them. I don't know. We'll figure it out. So I don't need these. Depends on your plans. Wait. Assets referencing the depending asset. Why does that asset have anything to do with this one? It doesn't. Huh. Okay. Oh. Some of them I was using was not correct. Huh. Well, it's a good thing I figured that out, so. Edit in Blueprint. Long. Oh. Oh, that fixed it. Oh, okay. It was probably using the wrong mesh. That's fine. Um, Depends on your plans. This sounds good. Yeah, I think after some adjustments, it'll be okay. I just have to add more gameplay ability. I also have obstacles. They're kind of small. I just haven't put them in yet because as of right now, since it's a simulation, if I were to put, um, say this barrel right here, watch. I guess it kind of works a little bit. They kind of get a little janky sometimes. So let's actually increase. See that? Actually, it's not that bad. Hmm. Maybe I will add some obstacles now. I did some adjustments to how the marbles move, and I guess it's working a lot better than I thought it would have. So actually, that's not bad. This is my bigger map. Yeah, so I'll probably go through and try to add some obstacles now. The most fun part I had was just building this like editor track system. Because ultimately, eventually, I want to make it so that people can create their own maps, so their own racing maps. The thing is, I have to be able to make sure that um, when they spawn these things, you just click a button and it will automatically attach to this spline, and then it will build a track as it goes, and then you can choose to like rotate it. It's built in, right? Yeah. So this is really just a little utility widget that I designed myself, and I populate tracks into this widget, and then these buttons I designed to do other things. So depending on what type of tracks are entered in here, they'll all pop up on this list here. I also have the ability to select all the widgets. The issue I'm having right now, though, is getting them to actually populate onto the track. That is the issue I'm having. I was working on it a little bit, but I took a break because it was getting kind of irritating. So develop. I think it was this one. Okay. Nope, wrong one. So for these ones, if I were to get the starting track, this spawn. You mean to spawn? Yeah, I'm not sure what I said, but yeah. So basically, I would. Oh wait, why can't I select anything? Oh, everything's broken. I can't even show you right now. That's unfortunate. Testing master. The spawn of the track. Yeah, since it's broken, I can't really show. But essentially, right now, what it would have done is originally this track was spawned based upon um, just clicking a button, and it put them all into a line. It just doesn't handle well once you get to curves. I just don't remember what I changed on it, so I can't figure it out right now. Instruction, attach to spline. Let's go into standard, large. Oh, they're all broken. Mesh, large. Trying to fix it so that I could show. I think this was 1600 actually. Let's delete that one. Okay. No, it's not working. Uh, Maybe try to see how it works. So during that curve, how it gonna be like attached to straight left. The thing is, I have to account for the rotation, and I haven't figured out how I want to account for the rotation yet. So that's kind of the issue right now. Set track. Wait. Oh, there we go. Got it to work. So let me bring this out. That's not correct. I guess it is. Huh. Let me go into this mesh. There we go. Okay. So then I move this into track. I don't remember what that was called, but and now theoretically long 2, 3, 4. There we go. So like that, the track will automatically generate. It goes all the way forward and connects. So that's what I have so far. I just need to get it so that it starts accounting for the curve. But I think I'll actually create something like this tool so that it will automatically put things onto tracks without me having to go into here and specifying the track itself. But yeah, I'll work on that later. Let's go back into main menu. Go ahead and hide this stuff now. Cool. And originally I was working on UI stuff. What time is it actually? I think it's getting to that time. Right curve. Maybe try to see if it worked during the curve. It's gonna be like attached to a straight road, left road. Yeah. I basically have to do it so that when um a right curve or a left curve is added on, you then have to switch the rotation by um either 90 degrees or 270. And then that would decide on where the spline would go next. So I basically would have to save the rotation and then calculate where to move. Yeah. which I don't think is impossible. It's just I don't want to do the math right now. I already spent doing a lot of math just trying to get that line to work. So, I was messing with the game menu. I wanted to deactivate the previous buttons. The thing is, I think instead of deactivating, I could just huh. Or I can literally just deactivate everything. But that seems like a weird workaround. I'll do that in the meantime. Let's just see if it works actually. Um, map switcher. Wait, no. Uh, BB map button bottoms. We'll set visibility to not hit testable. And then inside of this widget, set map switcher. Let's see if this works. Theoretically, it should. Hit play, you hit select, you can't click anything. All of that works. And if I go back, nah, then it deactivates everything. Okay. South only. South only. Okay, so they're basically not hit testable already. So I'm basically disabling the child. I mean, I can make him visible, but the only thing is, if I ever want to support controller, that would not be the way that I want to go about doing it. Because the moment I hit visible, then you can start interacting with these lists themselves. Child? Get all children? No, that's so much effort. I'm not going to loop every child. Okay. No, there has to be a better way to go about doing it. Maybe in the menu stack instead. Okay. Let's get rid of that. The problem is inside the menu stack, I don't have another pop-up. Hmm. I wish I could just stop it from disappearing. On deactivated. No, still works. Like condition. Yeah, basically. So dramatically. Hmm. Because when it gets deactivated, it ends up going back to what the root of the stack is. And the root of the stack is the main menu. Which is this. So whenever it's disabled. Hmm. Because if I switched it to game menu, then if I hit select, oh, it doesn't even deactivate. Let's go into this. Deactivate widget. And then it deactivates properly. So that's what it's supposed to do. Just the problem is I have the stack. Okay. Let's change that back to main menu. Connect to widget, okay. Yeah, that's not the. So the issue I have right now is that the way that everything is set up, if I deactivate this widget, it's going to disappear because of the way everything else is set up. If this widget wasn't attached to a stack, then it would have been perfectly fine. But the way it's set up, like no matter what, doing this stuff isn't going to do anything. So I have to deactivate these buttons because you can actually still click on all of them. Huh. Oh yeah, you can still highlight over all of this too. I wonder if I can make this consume. I wonder if that's enough. Let's see. No, it didn't do anything. Okay. Unique page. Yeah, so what I'll probably have to do is here in the very beginning. So this is the source of everything. I'll have to add another stack. Oop. And then from here, this stack would have to put in the pop-up. And then we would go from there. Because in that way, I could push things without worrying about it. Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna have to do. Do none. We'll do 0. My headset turned off. Okay. And I could go through there and do pop-up, stack. And then I could just create other functions. Custom function, push, um, map select. And then I could also do push, um, patch notes. Grab the stack, push widget. We're gonna grab the what's it called? What's it called? Map pop up. I'm gonna rename this to map select. Actually, that just makes more sense. And then for the map select, boom, boom, boom. Let's see. Let's see. It needs to game menu, create pop up. Okay. Create pop up, and then I will plug both of these in here. I'm not really a fan of the workaround I'm having to do right now, but um, buttons. I wish there was like a get all buttons and disable it. I don't think that would actually work at all. Anyways, back to what I was doing. Instead of doing this, I would do menu stack, push map select. See if that works though. I mean, it works. It just doesn't go in the same spot. Okay. So partially works. Let's go here. I need to put 0 0.5, 0 0.5. And then it just puts it in a line. It's probably because it has size to content. What if I wrap it with the size box? 1720. 980. Will that work? It doesn't. It didn't work 100% what I wanted. No, I actually got rid of the arrows. So I originally had it to where it was just arrows. But the thing is, I'm going to be adding a lot more maps. And if you have to like click the arrow like 20 times to reach another map, that'd be extremely frustrating. So I removed those. But why? I mean, that sets the minimum, but I'm afraid. Yeah, that doesn't work. Yeah, that doesn't work. Okay. The only way I could see that is if I go into the main stack and I actually make this that size. I get you now, you're right. Yeah, it's I want it to have the flexibility for more maps in the future. And originally I didn't like the arrows. So like if I actually went into let's find the page. So originally like you can see the arrows here where you just click on them. But I really wanted to get rid of that so that they're not just hovering. Okay, so let's change that into this. And remove that. And theoretically, it should work now. Okay. And now, I still don't think I could disable the widgets though. Because if I did deactivate, I'm pretty sure the entire widget just disappears. Yeah, and then it's gone. And then you're like, okay, well, that was a waste. All right, so it didn't actually solve anything doing that. It actually just made it more work. So I can't deactivate. I also can't set them. Wait, I removed the wrong deactivate. Okay, so let's actually remove this. Remove this. We'll do this. We'll have both exist at the moment. What did I do? Great pop-up. That's what it's called. Okay, we'll do this and plug that in. And that should bring everything back to how it was before. Yep. Right. Okay, but with that, I am going to be heading out. Thanks for everybody that stopped on the stream. Uh, like, subscribe, join the Discord, all that other self promo stuff. Thanks for joining and chatting. I'll be streaming again in about 2 weeks scheduled, but I may stream in between just because sometimes I just stream just because I'm working on stuff, and sometimes it's nice to have company. But anyways, have a good rest of your day.